And he had 2 sons, an older son and a younger son. Now one day, the younger son came to his father and said, "Dad, I think I'd like to have my share of the inheritance now. Would you mind?" Well, the father was very sad. But with a heavy heart, he decided that he would take all of his worldly goods, he'd divide them in half, and he'd give half of all he owned to his younger son. Well, the younger son thought, "This is great. I can go off and have a really good time." So he set off to the big city, and there he managed to make lots of new friends. He went out, he had parties, he enjoyed a drink with a friend or two. His friends would say, "Hey, have you got any money? Can you buy us a drink?" He'd say, "Yes, I've got loads." But as time went on, he looked in his pockets and he realised he had spent all of his father's money. He went to those friends that he'd enjoyed the company of and said, "Oh, would you be able to buy me a drink?" And they said, "Oh, no, I don't think so. Well, could you buy me a sandwich, something to eat?" "Sorry, got to be somewhere else." And he realised that all of those friends weren't really friends at all. They just enjoyed all the money he'd spent on them. Desperate to get some money and something to eat, he went and worked for a pig farmer. But he swallowed his pride and he got stuck in with the pigs. But he was so hungry, he even found himself eating some of the pig's food. At last, on his knees amidst the pigs, he suddenly realised, even my father's servants have a bed for the night, a roof over their heads, and food to fill their tummies. I'm going to go back to my father. I'm going to say, "Father, I am so sorry. I've let you down. I've really hurt you. Please, I won't come back as your son, but can I come back as a servant?" So he picked himself up, he dusted himself off, and he headed back to the family home. Well, after all this time, his father had been on daily watch, looking out for the day when his son might return. And then, on one particular day, as the father was looking, he thought, could it be? Oh, no, I don't know. Could it be? It is! It's my son! He's returned home! And the father ran towards his son, flung his arms around him, and gave him a great big welcome home. Now the younger son felt really uncomfortable. He stepped back from his father and he said, "Father, I have hurt you so badly. I've sinned against you and against God. I'm not worthy to be your son anymore, but please may I come back as one of your hired servants?" Wow. His father said, "Don't be ridiculous. You're my son. I am your father. This is your home. You are welcome back as my son. Servants, bring a robe to put around his shoulders. Bring a ring to put on his finger and sandals for his feet. For my son who was lost now is found. He is welcomed back into the family. Let's kill the fatted calf and let's have a party to celebrate his return." Now, while this was going on, the older son was out in the fields working. And he could hear partying, celebration. And he called over one of the servants. He said, "What's going on? Why is there a party happening?" Well, the servant said, "Well, it's your brother. He's returned home and your father has killed the fatted calf and he's thrown a party to celebrate his return." Well, the older son was furious. He stomped up to his father and said, "What's going on? He has thrown away all of your money, and yet now he's come back, you're giving a party? Yet you wouldn't even kill a fatted lamb for my parties." The father put his arm around his elder son and said, "Son, you have been with me all the time. My home is your home. My land is your land. We have been together all along. But your brother, who strayed away, has come home. We love him, and he's welcomed back into the family."